Welcome to Picture Book Chat, where we feature a handful of new picture books each month and discuss what makes them great. Whether you're a parent, caregiver, or teacher, you're bound to find some wonderful reading suggestions from librarians Mary Ellen Brax and Sheri Boggs.
Hi, welcome to Picture Book Chat. I'm Mary Ellen Brax, and with me today
it's Sheri Boggs.
And we're here to talk picture books today. So, what do we... Oh, I guess I am starting today. So, this is a fun one. If you know the show The Home Edit that talks all about organizing, they put out a board book for littles. Let's Put That Away, my first book of organizing. And so this would be a dream come true if we could actually get our kids to organize things.
Gosh, or ourselves. I was joking with the staff, I'm going to leave this around the house. And later I'm like, I think that they thought I was snarking about my husband, but it's actually me. I'm the worst at putting my stuff away. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, super cute. And I think it would, the way it's written, I think it would be really good for kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when board books, we think of babies.
Yeah.
That's my only issue with the book because it's not really meant for babies, but I would say preschoolers would be great for. But you could still read it. The pictures are bright enough. I think it's going to entice the babies and the toddlers. It talks about all day long, we take things out and we put things away and everything has a home. You just have to know where it is. And where do toys go? In the bin. So they're asking you where they go and then there's an answer there, which I did like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like how the pictures are organized. So it is good for babies and toddlers with a lot of space in the background. And I love the bright colors, which, of course, they're really into colors. They even arrange their books by color on the bookshelves, which as librarians, we kind of,
it looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks awesome. But that would be a good way to get your kids to organize their books for when they're little, too. But just, it's each room in the house. So you get the kitchen, the bedroom, the crayons. I mean, they did really put stuff in here that relates to kids. So, I mean, they have kids of their own, so they know.
Yeah, right.
They know. And it's good to start working on these skills early in hopes that, it'll carry through the teenage years and
right.
adulthood, right?
Start those good habits early.
But I did really like this. It would have been one I would have used. And maybe if we had different places where we put our toothbrushes, I might, say, well, where do we put the toothbrushes? And I did love the last page. Where do stuffies go? On the bed. Good night. So I thought it was super cute. I would use it. I mean, I love it. I think it has a place. Maybe it might not appeal to everyone, but I think that a lot of people would use this and check this out. And yeah, I thought it was good. I think it would be good using it in a preschool classroom because a lot of times they have organization in which they're putting their toys in certain places. So this might be a good one to use in a childcare setting.
Yeah.
As a reminder of where things go. What did you think?
I loved everything about it. I love the home edit. I love their Roy G. Biv color scheme, red, orange, yellow. And I do that in my closet. I've got everything kind of arranged by color. I have not crossed over to doing that with my books. I just can't. But I'm sure it would look amazing. And I loved it for a lot of the same reasons you did. I love that the picking up activities are all child-centric.
Yeah.
I did wonder if you could use it with toddlers just in borrowing some of the phrasing, you could just say out loud, where does this thing go?
Yeah.
And maybe, it might be too busy or a little bit text heavy for a read aloud, but you could kind of start with some of that, I don't know, dialogue.
Yeah. Well, and naming things that are in the picture. You got the
There's
dog
some counting.
here. You've got toys here. You car, ball. So I think you can use it that way. Yeah, the numbers there.
Yeah.
You've got your
blocks.
They did the numbers again, and you've got a couple of letters. So I do think they probably designed that with that in mind.
Yeah,
that maybe you could use it with different age groups. But where did the books go? On the bookshelf. I mean, that's great in terms of this is how we take care of our book.
Yeah.
We talk
very
about
important
classrooms coming in and things like that. So yeah, no, I think so.
Yeah.
But
I noticed that they are putting out a picture book for older kids that we've got on order. I can't remember the name of it, but it's cute that they kind of are branching into like the whole picture book market.
Right.
So watch for
I
that.
think they get a lot of requests for Help Me to organize not only their house or their closet, but their kids' rooms.
Yeah.
And because
there's so much stuff.
I know firsthand how overwhelming all the toys can get.
Mm-hmm.
And I attempted to organize in my house. I don't know that it always worked to the best, but we have bins and for certain things to go in.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to go through them every once in a while and redistribute things.
Like, does this really belong here?
Yeah. But yeah. So
I thought it was super appealing.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. So again, that's the home edit. Let's put that away. My first book of organizing. And on the back is the barcode that you can scan and get right to our catalog.
All right. Well, I've got It's Hard to Be a Baby.
So cute.
And I was joking with Mary Ellen before this, like, sometimes I find it not hard to be a baby at all. And I could relate to these babies and their fussiness and wondering why they have to do all the things they have to do. But it starts out very simply, hey there, babies, I hear you. Everyone thinks your lives are easy. When you're hungry, people feed you. When you're sleepy, they love to hold you. When you cry, they want to calm you. They'll do anything to make you happy. And they're like, it sounds great, but you and I know the truth. So I love that they're kind of addressing this fictional baby in the text. It's hard to be a baby. I love the different outfits and the diversity and the skin tones. I love this page, like, before you were born, you got to hang out in this dark, warm space. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to think about diapers or grown-ups. But then you have to leave and nobody tells you why. So they talk about I love that they talk about what it must be like for babies in a sensory way. That it's cold, there's loud noises, everything is bright. There's all these stages. There's the feeding, there's the spitting up. The babies have to tell you everything, and here they are crying. So I love this city scene too. You see all these people with their babies out in public. I love the variety of families you see here. Like, I can't tell if these are grandparents or not, but you've got grandparents, you've got single parents, you've got same-sex parents. You've got like a dad here, and the baby's like completely tucked into, it looks like a snuggly that he's carrying. So I just love the variety of families that you see in this. And some of your clothes are really goofy, which we love to dress up babies in funny outfits. And I love this. But hang in there, babies. Good things are coming. And this page is just so adorable. So it talks about the things that you'll develop into. Like, you'll start experimenting with the world and finding out that you have hands and they fit in your mouth, and you'll smile and laugh. We know you'll have a lot to say. You'll sleep through the night, and all of us will be happier, especially the grown-ups. So great. You see them getting a little bit older and a little bit more proficient at being in the world. And eventually you'll be just like me, the narrator, who's like clearly a toddler. And I just think that's so cute. And I obviously I think this would be a great baby shower gift. I think it would be a great book to read with an older sibling. Like, you might not remember what it was like.
And it might be a good gift for the older sibling. Too. If you're bringing a gift for baby, this might be a good gift for the older child too. I did really like this. I thought, it would be a great one for families if they're just about to add another baby to the family. And so, I could see lots of different purposes for this one too are, you're going to visit somebody with a brand new baby, and you have a child who hasn't been around babies before. This would be a good one to have and to read. So it was super cute. It was nice that we had a book about babies that had a little different viewpoint in it too.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that one. I thought it was really cute.
Yeah.
And one I would definitely, give as a shower gift. Of a thing.
Would you use it in a story time, do you think?
I don't know if I would. I might. I think it would be fun one to do a different perspective with. So maybe because there's so much going on in some of the pages.
That's true.
I think it might be a little bit better one-on-one, especially when you get to the city page.
Yeah.
And so that they can really see that it's everybody's out walking with a baby. And you see babies everywhere. It's kind of like once you have a baby, you see babies everywhere. I'm trying to be a little bit better about would this. Is it too much if you had a big group and they really couldn't see the pages?
Yeah,
type of thing?
That's a good point.
And but I think in a small group it would be good to use. So I thought it was really cute. So, but I think families will really enjoy checking it out and taking it home.
Yeah,
it's a fun one to talk about. Well, remember when you were a baby, we did this. Or,
Yeah. So It's Hard to Be a Baby by Cheryl Klein. And here's the code on the back so you can scan it and place a hold.
Yes.
What do we have next, Mary Ellen?
Oh, this one was really cute too. These were all such great books, but this one is all about winter, and it's Renée Kurilla who wrote it. She's also got a fall one I saw in the back.
Oh, nice.
And but the illustration, I'm all about the end papers that you can talk to kids about what do you think is coming and what do you think the story's going to be about. But yes, it's all about winter. And I don't know, we were talking, I showed it to a couple of people at work. We were talking about the colors in it. They're just great and how they pop. And I love how they did this blue, but then you get the pops of red in there. And then there's 2 little mice down here. Very cute. So there's lots to look at in this book too. This one has a rhyming text and it flows really nicely. So it would be a fun one to read in story time too. But again, there's so much going on in the pages that this would be a good one to leave out for the kids to look at afterwards in like your book corner or something that they could really look at a little bit more. But I think it'll be a big hit with families and with child cares. Great new winter theme. You always see the little mouse down here in the pages, which is so cute. And little, there's like little rabbits down here. But it was just a fun one. What I really liked about it, and they get to snowball fight, decorations for school vacation. They talk about how cold and it's freezing out and it's icy out. But then they get into, the things that you do when it's what you do inside when it's cold outside. And then they start talking about like latke sizzle, brisket steam, applesauce or sour cream, and the menorah is up. So they talk about Hanukkah, and then it goes into Christmas, and then it goes into, I think, is this Kwanzaa? That was what I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah.
It was a harvest feast.
Yeah, I think that is Kwanzaa.
And then it goes into the New Year and the Chinese New Year. So they're talking about, it encompassed all the celebrations you might see in winter, which I really love that idea. And then they go into Valentine's Day. And then I love, at the end they ask, what does winter mean to you? And I like that because I thought that would be a great discussion in a classroom setting or, family setting. What are your favorite things about winter time? So you talk about all the positives there.
Yeah.
As adults, we get into the negatives about winter.
Let me list all the things I hate.
Yeah. But yes, I thought it was, really well done. You got some diversity in the characters also. So, I mean, it kind of is a nice all-in-one winter book that you kind of mention all the different holidays, but you're not going into each one. So, your kids might have questions, but then you can, always come to the library for more books.
Yeah. Let's learn more about that.
Yes. But yeah, I just really thought it was very well done. So I'm anxious to see her fall one. But I love on the back, it even ends with, "What does winter mean to you?" So yeah, I thought it would appeal to a lot of different families. It would go good in the classroom. What were your thoughts on that?
A lot of the same things that you pointed out. I cannot think of another picture book that encompasses all the winter holidays like this one does. So I enjoyed that aspect of it, and I like that they include February. Like sometimes that gets short shrift. Like
winter's long here.
It sure is. Goes right into March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even into April sometimes. So,
I know. So I love that they find things to celebrate even in, late winter.
Right.
Which you're right. It's definitely winter here in months that it starts to be spring probably everywhere else.
Yeah.
But I loved the end papers. I loved the bold outlines of a lot of the illustrations, like the figures in them. And I also loved the rhyming text, and just this is another one that kind of gets into the senses of what's happening. Like I love they're talking about all the stuff you have to put on to go out in the winter, like
and the woolly hats and the
chunky boots.
There's a lot of good vocabulary in this too.
Yeah,
mounds of snow. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Yeah, so that's a winner.
Yeah.
Again, here's the barcode on the back, so you can scan it, and then you can put it on hold. So, yeah, it'll be a great one to, if you want to preview it and get ready before your winter story times, that would be a good thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope she does spring and summer.
Yes. Can't wait to see.
Well, our last book today is The Greatest. Right off, I love this cover. So this is a grandparent book, and you've got this grandfather who seems lovely, but he knows himself to just be an ordinary, normal, non-remarkable guy. And he's not even sure he's that great a grandparent, but his grandkids find him to be the greatest grandpa of all. So here you see the kids coming. Sunday is the day they all come to visit. I love that he's here drawing with the kids, and he's drawing stuff that he's kind of copying from the newspaper comics page. And I love that they're like so impressed with what he can do, but he's hardly the next Picasso.
Yeah.
So he's always kind of downplaying the stuff that he can do that his grandkids think are awesome. When he tells a funny story on a winter's night by the fire, they laugh until their bellies hurt. And I love the little details that show you this is a Jewish family. They've got a menorah here. And I love that you can kind of see his own life through the course of the book. Like here's a photograph of him, with his kids when they were younger. You see his wedding rings in the dish. So there's a little bit of sadness there, kind of nostalgia for times past.
Yeah.
I love how inventive he is on, like here he's inventing a new game out of old coffee cans and shiny new pennies. And he knows anyone could have created the same game, like again with the downplaying. Here they are at Passover. I just love this whole spread and all the photographs on the wall. He's making sandwiches. He's showing them how to catch fireflies and sharpen a pencil with a knife. When he's with them, he certainly feels like the greatest grandfather in the world. So I love that it's this book about that relationship and just kind of that adoration that kids have for their grandparents. And I love that it's reciprocal. I love that he gets as much as he gives in this family. This empty rocking chair made me so sad.
Yeah.
Like there's just like these little details in here that I think they're definitely for the grown-ups, but this book is just so resonant. And I love this line, maybe love is like a mirror and it's reflected back and forth until it glows so bright, everything is surrounded by that light. So it's just, there's not a real narrative arc to this book, but it's just this loving look at this family and how much they love their grandfather.
It's like it's daily life with Grandpa.
Yeah.
And then he realizes at the end, which I really like, and he says, or perhaps he's simply loved by the greatest grandchildren in the world. And I love that ending to it. But I loved seeing their daily life throughout too. And you kind of get a sense of the seasons because here's fall, there's some pumpkins. We saw the winter scene.
Oh, yeah.
And then here's like summertime in here too. So it's very subtle. But that would be nice to point out to kids. And of course, the fireflies, which kids here don't know about fireflies.
No, I know.
So you could talk about that and look that up. I thought the color scheme in this was so beautiful too. So yeah, I really loved this story. I will admit, I was a little teary-eyed at the end of it. It was touching, so adults read it first before you read it to the kids. Not that it's a bad thing to show, that something is touching, but if you're in a classroom, that might not be.
You might get in your feelings.
So, yeah, I thought it was a really nicely done one about grandparents. And we oftentimes do get questions about books about grandparents.
Yeah.
So this would be a good one to add to that list, I thought. So, yeah, no, another great one. I really like this whole set of books. But yeah, so on the back here is the barcode for you to put that on hold for you. And I love the quote on the back, the power of love makes us all the greatest to somebody. And I just thought that was a great way to end on the back.
Yeah.
So don't forget to read the back. But yes, another great set. Thank you, Sheri. I had a lot of fun with this set of books.
Oh, I'm glad you like them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I always know it's an exceptional set when I'm like, look at this to my staff. So
oh, good.
That's a lot of fun. So great. Well, thank you for joining me today. Thank you all for joining us today. And we hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.